Deeper lately. I like that, baby, 'cause I can't get it.
With so many of you jumping into 2K, we've added even more events in the neighborhood, so get out there and compete.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Clint, we are new. Well, all right, thanks, DA. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Daniel Tice out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Durant, and it's Beasley in at the 2. And for Charlotte, we've got Randall. J.R. Smith out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Towns in at the 3 spot. Here's KD. Lays it up and banks it in. And, Smitty, what about the teams that know they're going to be championship caliber contenders? How do they stay motivated early in a season with so many games to play?
You know, it's hard. I think a lot of those guys, they're looking at, I would say now we're talking about load management for those type of teams. They're just trying to make sure their bodies, their minds are ready for that run. But usually those championship teams, they understand they're motivated by winning. They get it together at the right time.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Hawks. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. The Hawks with a quick start to this game. Passes to Tice. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Herter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
Now here is Smith. Kicks to Ayton. Cousins, the pass to Randall. Clock at 4. Got a piece of it. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He picked up 12 points in their last win against New York.
We also got to mention what he did on the defensive end. Racked up a number of steals, too.
Allen, that's good.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Cousins with the bounce pass. Randall finds Towns. Here's Cousins. Shot to stop the run. They grab their own miss. Ayton. No good on that one.
He is so good attacking the rim. It's rare to see him denied like that.
Here's KD. And then Durant with the dunk.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And now the first timeout called here for the Bobcats. And Steve, the Hawks not only identify talent, they identify guys who will excel in their established system.
And that system is finding value with shooters. They also look for guys who bring the energy and also bring the effort. The size of the player isn't as important as the heart.
Now here is Smith. Trying to get open is Randall, and it's Ayton missing.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Bobcats on D. Still without a basket in the game. Back to Allen. 5 to shoot. There's the triple. Durant, no good. Charlotte trails by 11. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Frustrating beginning for them, but we have a long way to go. Now they just need to string together some buckets.
And the Hawks with possession here. After the basket by Charlotte, here's Beasley. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Charlotte's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's blocked.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
Beasley against Smith. It's deflected. Towns, and it's sent back by KD. And Beasley, here we go.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks lead by 9. And we'll be back right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They just been the better team so far.
On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Jared Allen is out there with Daniel Tice. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Durant in at the 3. Charlotte trails by 9. Launches it. Hits it from three-point range. Randall's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Bobcats. Beasley dishes to Allen. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Durant. Now Tice. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. High post try. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him.
Using that size in the mid-range, Shai can get this shot anytime he wants.
Towns finds Cousins. Shoots from 12. Count that one. You know, Steve, the 2018 rookie class really burst out onto the scene. What has impressed you most about that group?
I think a couple things, Kevin. First of all, they're very talented. They handle themselves extremely well off the court. But most of those guys were able to last through the rookie wall and play pretty much 75 to 82 games.
Yeah, really put their fingerprints on their team, didn't they?
They did, and a lot of those guys are leaders. Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Beasley with it. Now guarded by Towns. Durant with a wide open look. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
1:58 left to play in the first half. Back to Cousins. Smith against Durant. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. Unloads from 13. And he overshot that one, missing. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Bobcats. It's a 10-point game. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Now here's Towns. .116 left now here in the second. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tice with the ball. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Ayton against KD. That one goes. Count it.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
And Steve, it is so rare to see someone as agile at the rim as KD.
You're so right, Kevin. And now he can take contact, adjust in midair, and still convert with ease. Also can slam it down if he gets a step. His great field goal percentage over the years is because he's an elite finisher at the rim and mid-range.
Basket good. Cousins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Aggressive move by one of the most talented bigs in the game. DeMarcus Cousins is focused right now. In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Smith against Beasley. Here's Cousins. It's rebounded by Tice. The Hawks leading by 13. Durant, the pass to Allen. Banked in off the glass. Allen's got his second bucket of the night.
The minute KD gets the ball, all eyes are on him. That leaves a wide open man.
The drive by Cousins, stolen by Durant. That'll do it for the first half. It's it. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points and 1 assist. And that'll do it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Bobcats, they've got Smith. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Ayton in at the 5.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all. Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
Now, here is Smith, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. They get it back. And it's Ayton missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable three-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
A nice shot by KD.
Nights like these, you just have to tip your hat to KD. He's a champion for a reason.
Smith outside. Back to Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
It was to the chagrin of many that Cousins joined the Warriors last season, but it looked to be the right choice for him. He got to take his time rehabbing and came back to a team in first place with no pressure.
Now here's Beasley. There's the pass to Tice. To the wing on the left. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter. Charlotte trails by 15. And with Cousins last year, you know, Greg, he came back with a bit of a minutes restriction.
And Kevin, time will tell just how full a recovery Cousins can make. But last year went how he hoped it would with regards to taking a year to get things right and be in a good situation.
Some terrific NBA players right now out of Michigan State. Smitty, we know that's your alma mater. Which of those guys do you enjoy watching the most?
Kevin, I really enjoy watching all of them because I've got a close relationship with all our Michigan State Spartans. Gary Harris, Draymond Green, Jaren Jackson Jr., Bryn Forbes, Denzel Valentine, and the list goes on. I love because I watch them and I know they're going to come out and play extremely hard because of Tom Izzo and the Michigan State brand of basketball.
Outside, Towns. .105 left to play in the third. Again, the miss by the Bobcats.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Cousins pulls it in. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Bobcats. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half, and it's Towns penetrating. Another shot. The shot comes out, so Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Beasley against Smith. Back to Randall. And then Randall slams it in.
Showing not just the dominance, but the creativity. Randall with the highlight reel play.
Here is Durant. 16 points for him. Launches a 3. He can't get that one. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. 13 points up at the end of the period. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Jared Allen is out there with Daniel Tice. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Durant. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1 spot. The 7th pick back in 2014. Julius Randle goes about 6'9", 240 pounds, Smitty. And he is one tough customer.
Yes, indeed, Kevin. A bruising pink present Julius Randle is. When he attacks the rim, he'll bulldoze defenders right out of the way.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Randle. That 3 off the mark. Atlanta leading by 11. Beasley outside. They get a hand on it. Allen outside. 6 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Can't connect from short range.
His inability to make shots has not brought this team down. That shows you their resourcefulness.
And it's sent back by Allen. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Such a wide open look. And the Hawks lead by 14.
That's just great court recognition there. He saw the D pack in the lane on the break, so he calmly rolls up and drained the transition 3.
Passes it to Towns. Rebound by the Hawks. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Allen kicks to KD. Tice passes to Allen. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Looking to get it going. Bobcats with the rebound. Cousins has got his 4th rebound in this one. And J.R. Smith with the slam.
Whether shooting a jump shot or heading to the rack, J.R. can be a tough matchup in transition.
KD with it. 1:46 left to play here in the 4th. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skill.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
The Hawks leading by 14. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Smitty, with players like Curry and Lillard taking such high difficulty shots from deep, deep range. I mean, these are just amazing. Some have said that it's hurting the game and that kids will try to emulate. What do you think about that?
You know, Kevin, I think it is to some point, and to this point where so many kids now at a younger age are shooting the three ball from so deep. I would love for a lot of these guys to be able to show the work they put in, and then those kids try to emulate that.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out, and they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride it.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Hawks.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for KD.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Here's Kennard. The Bobcats making the shot. Here's Burke. From outside, off the mark. And it's Jones with the ball for the Bobcats. Down by 12. The feed to House. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the homes. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight.
Ahead of me, unless we talking about me taking it, no they ain't letting me. You know my energy, bitch, you could gather